First things first, all praise to the Most High God, all praise to Jesus Christ. Now, first question, have you heard about the new list that women made of places that they've refused for men to take them on a first date? And have you heard about the second list that men made of women not to date? If you've heard of both of these lists, and I'm sure you have because they're going viral right now, if you've heard about both of these lists, comment a number one in the chat. If you've heard about these lists, the list that women made of places not to take a woman on a first date, and the list of women for men to never date. If you've heard about both of these lists by men and women, put a one in the chat. Now, before I get into this video, before I get into this live, it's important for you to realize that this world is full of lies. This world is full of lies. Lies. This world is full of lies. So, this is what you really need to think about. They say that a group of women just randomly came up with a list of places that they refuse to go to on first dates. That's a lie. No group of women came up with that list. Same thing with the list that men supposedly created. No men sat down at a table and made that list. So from the beginning, all of this is lies. No group of women sat down and made a list, and no group of men sat down and made a list. You have to realize the people behind the scenes that created that list, both of them, the list that women supposedly created and the list that men supposedly created. The people behind the scenes that set that up, to put that out, to make it go viral, to cause division between men and women. That's what this whole thing is about. These lists both came out like that, to cause men to hate women and to cause women to hate men. That's the root of the whole thing with both of these lists. That's the root that you need to realize about the 30 places that women refuse to go on, that women refuse to go to on a first date, and the list of 30 different type of women that men should never take on a date, or 30 types of women that men should never date. That's the root cause. You have to realize that they're trying to cause division between men and women. That's what it's about. Men hating women and women hating men. Now, as far as the list go, this is the truth. There's only three. There's three main reasons. There could be multiple, but there's mainly three main reasons why a man wants to take a woman on a date, or wants to talk to a woman. I'll say wants to talk to a woman. Rule number one, reason number one, the man just wants sex. That's it, just sex. That's reason number one. Reason number two, the man wants sex and and a relationship. Reason number three, the man wants sex and a wife and kids and a family. So I'm gonna repeat that again. There's three main reasons why a man talks to a woman. Number one, the man just wants sex. Reason number two, the man wants sex and a relationship. Reason number three, the man wants sex and a wife and children and start building a family. Those are the three main reasons that men want to talk to women. Now, when it comes to this whole date thing, you could throw that whole list of 30 places that women supposedly don't want to go. But as I told you before, all this stuff is made up to cause division between men and women. But that whole list, you could throw it all away. You could just throw the whole list away. Just throw it in the trash. The whole list. The 30 places that women refuse to go to on a first date, just throw the whole list in the trash. You have to realize that going on a date, you should not be taking women on dinner dates in the first place. Not for the first date. If you want to take a woman on a dinner date, wait till you're actually in a relationship with her. Wait till that's your wife or something. But other than that, you don't want to be taking women on dinner dates. Because you have to think about it like this. What's more valuable? What's more valuable when you meet a woman? You talking to her or the dinner date? What's more valuable? The dinner date isn't more valuable. So when you get to talking to a woman, the main thing is to get to know each other. The main thing isn't to eat food. That's not the purpose. So you shouldn't be spending no money on a first date. You should be having a conversation with the woman. That's free. Having a conversation with a woman is free. I don't care if it's 2023 and people like everything costs money. Like, no, you don't need to go on a dinner date. Your first date, both of y'all don't know each other. Why would you go out and spend your hard earned money to eat food when that's not what the whole thing is about? The main thing when you first meet someone is to communicate. You got to be able to have a conversation with the woman that you're talking to. When you go out to eat, all you're doing is sitting there eating food. Of course, you talk a little bit, but going on a dinner date for your first date, do not do it. Do not spend your hard earned money to go on a dinner date on a first date. And really, of course, it comes down to the communication. That's what it's about. That's how you get to know a person, through communication, through talking, not through eating food. So it's about the communication. That's most important when it comes to going on a date. And if a woman likes you, you don't got to go nowhere. So this whole 30 different places, Chipotle, bowling, all them places, you could just throw the whole list in the trash. If a woman likes you, y'all can just go for a walk and talk. That's the best thing to do. Go for a walk and talk. Or go to a free museum or something. It's all about the communication between a man and a woman. You don't gotta go to any place. You don't have to go anywhere. Don't let them lie to you with these lists that they be putting out. You don't gotta go to anywhere on that date list. You don't gotta go out and get any food. You don't gotta go to Chipotle. You ain't gotta go bowling, Cheesecake Factory. You ain't gotta go to none of them places. Y'all gotta understand, all this stuff is lies. Like, if you meet a woman, she already knows when you first meet her if she like you or not. So why are you spending money to go out to eat? Just be honest about what you want. I gave the three reasons that a man wants to talk to a woman. And once you know that, you just leave with that. Be honest and stop going on dinner dates. Your first date should never, 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 never be a dinner date. You want to meet the woman and have a conversation. And another thing, stop asking women what are they looking for in a man. Her opinion about what she's looking for in a man is on her. As a man, when you meet a woman, never ask a woman, so what kind of men do you like? It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Never ask a woman that. That's stupid. Don't ask a woman So what kind of guys do you like? Stop doing that. Stop asking women, what do you do for a living? Stop doing that. You gotta be able to have a conversation on things that don't have to do with that. Every single dude that goes out on a date with a woman asks her stupid questions like that. Yes, it's a stupid question. What do you do for a living? How's the weather? Stop asking them stupid questions. Stop it. Y'all remember the Michael Jordan meme where he was looking at the camera? He's like, "Stop it." Yeah, that's that meme. If I don't know how to do all this live stream and stuff to pull that up on the screen, but stop it. Stop asking women stupid questions on dates that you don't care about. You don't care about asking her what the weather is like, asking her what kind of men she like, asking her what things she likes men to do. Don't ask any stupid questions. And always lead with yourself, with who you are, not what you do. So in the same way, don't ask women stupid questions about what do they do for a living. The same way, don't be telling women and leading with what you do, because in that way you're leading with things that are outside of yourself, and you're leading with your money, and dudes be wondering why they be getting taken advantage of, because you leading with your money, you leading with stuff that's outside of you. You got to lead with who you are as a man. You got to lead with stuff from the inside, stuff that's important. Yeah, that Michael Jordan meme as well. Shout out to Zion Tate. Blessings to you too, man. But yeah, like it's just wild out here. Like these lists they be coming out with, everyone sees how it's going viral, and they say they really act like it's real, but it's not real. There's, like I said at the beginning of this live, there's no group of women sitting down making that list, and there's no group of men sitting down making a list. It just goes viral out of nowhere, but no one ever gets to the root of who actually created it, because it's all about causing division between men and women. So that men hate women and women hate men. That's all it's about. It's all about causing division. Because the only thing in this world is lies. And the devil is the God of this world, lowercase g, and the father of lies. And the devil is here to cause confusion. So it's all about confusion. But when it comes to going on a date, you can literally just go to the park and walk and talk and have a conversation with the woman. It's all about the conversation. It's all about communication. It's not about spending all your money that you've been working hard for the past 2 weeks. That's not smart. No dinner dates on your first date. If you want to go out to dinner, do that after you're in a relationship with a woman. Do that after you're married. Don't first time you meet the woman, take her out to a dinner date. Like with that cheesecake video, that first started this whole snowball of events with these lists coming out. See, it's all. That's how you could tell it's set up. Like, no, I'm not saying the cheesecake video is set up. I guess that's the real thing. Good morning, David. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, like this, the whole that Cheesecake Factory video. Now I understand that's a real video, but right after that, that's when the list came out. The women's list came out, and then supposedly the men's list came out. That's where it all started at. And with that cheesecake thing, like I said, if a woman likes you, she likes you. It don't matter where you go. She just want to be in your presence. That's what it's about. She just want to be in your presence. A woman knows when she first seen you if she like you or not. So why are you trying to spend all your money to go out on a dinner date trying to impress her? That's the thing. You shouldn't be trying to impress women. She gonna like you from the beginning. She knows that she likes you from the beginning. So anything else past that, you spend the money for no reason. It's all about that communication. Yeah, she was definitely wilding. She like, oh, this is Cheesecake Factory. I want a Cheesecake Factory. Oh, that is hilarious. She's like, I'm not. She like, this is the Cheesecake Factory. You brought me to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, man, anywhere is good. Like, if a girl like you, you can go anywhere. Like, Y'all could, if a girl like you could go to the pond and skip rocks. You feel me? Like you ain't gotta do none of that extra stuff. All this extra stuff that they be saying, like that's all lies. Yeah, that oyster video. No, I didn't see it, but I did hear about it though, and I guess that might have been like a fake video or something. But yeah, I heard about that oyster video too. But that's about that's everything starts with the man. Like if you meet a woman and she like you, she gonna go wherever you say y'all gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta try to go like, oh, I want to take her to the most expensive place. I want to take her on a $400 date on the first date. Like even if you got it like that to do that, still you don't need to go on a dinner date the first time you meet a woman. You don't know her. Who is she? Nobody knows. You don't even know. Why would you spend $400 on a first date with someone you don't know at all? You don't know her. She don't know you. So why would you spend $400 on a first date? That doesn't make any sense. A date is to get to know the other person. And how do you get to know people? You talk to them. You communicate with them. You tell them what you're about. They tell you what they're about. It's a give and receive. Communication. That's how you get to know someone. You don't get to know someone by eating food. You don't get to know someone by eating food. So both of these lists, like, and it all comes down to each individual person. Same thing with the men's list of women not to date. That all comes down to each individual person and where they're at in their life and what someone is willing to deal with or not deal with. But at the end of the day, it's still just to cause division between women and men. They want men going their own way with that MGTOW type stuff, and they want women going their own way. WGTOW. It's like, I don't know. But they want women going their own way, and they want men going the other way. They want men going away from women, and they want women going away from men. This world is wicked. It's all about causing division. Yeah, it's all about conversation. Like none of that other stuff matter. You can go on a first date with a woman. Y'all can just go to the store. You feel me? Y'all can have a conversation about different things that you like. You know what I'm saying? Different things that you like in the store. And you can have a whole conversation on different things. You got to be creative. That's what it's about. As a man, you got to be creative. But and if you can't communicate with a woman, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody knows women love to talk. So like if you meet a woman and you ain't got nothing to talk about and you talking about, so what kind of man do you like? What kind of it's nice weather we're having today, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? You start talking about stuff like that, like it's a wrap for you. You know, you can't have a communication with a woman like, and you could talk about different things outside of the surface level conversations, like I just mentioned. Talking about what do you do for a living? What kind of guys do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't talk about stuff that's deeper, things that really matter, it's a wrap for you anyway. So you just gotta be creative. You gotta be creative because that's what makes you different. Because the thing is, each man is different. Each individual man's personality is different because every single man came from different background, went through different experiences in his life. So and talks different also. So all of that combined is enough. As a man, you are the prize. This world don't tell men this at all. But as a man, you are the prize. You already have everything that you need inside you. That's why you got to lead with the things that are within. You never, as a man, lead with things that are without. Never lead with things that are without. You always lead with everything that's within. And as a man, you're the prize. Everything starts as a man. You lead as a man. You lead the conversation. You lead to where you're going on a date. Like, don't. That's another thing. Don't ask women. So where do you want? So where do you like to eat? Or where do you want me to take you? Like, you're not. When you're asking her, where you want to go, where the date's going to go, you're not leading at that point. You're leading, putting it in her hands, and that's not good. So just lead, and wherever you say, that's where you're going to go. You ain't got to spend no money. Because a woman knows from the beginning, if she likes you. When you first meet her, she knows. So all this extra stuff, trying to go on expensive dates, none of that stuff is needed. None of that stuff is needed at all. But in this world, they like to press lies and push more lies out and program in minds with these lists that are made from the people behind the scenes trying to make stuff go viral to cause division. No one, no woman, no men have sat down and made any lists. None of them. And that's the root. The root is just to cause division. So the truth is, you don't got to spend no money on a first date because the date is about you and her communicating with words, getting to know each other on a deeper level, not these surface level questions that don't mean anything. And you have to share the truth and speak in a way that shows and expresses your own individual personality. You got to stand on your personality. You got to stand on who you are, not what you have. Don't lead with money. Don't even tell one. If a woman, because on a date, the woman might ask you, "What do you do for a living?" Just say, "I live my life and I enjoy every moment of my life." You don't got to say what you actually do for a living, because then they're trying to judge and see where your pockets is at. But like that's just a little thing. Like you just lead the conversation. You don't really gotta even ask questions like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what you're saying, you don't really gotta ask questions on a first date. You just lead. Like you just make statements talking about yourself. I'm a man that does this. You know what I'm saying? Like you just lead and you put your own creative spin on it. You got to be creative. You got to be prepared. That's why I always say proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. You got to prepare. You got to know what you're going to say before you say it and how you're going to respond to whatever she says. That you got to be prepared. This is all inner work that you have to do as a man way before you ever meet a woman. You got to already know what you're going to say. So proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. Before you ever meet a woman, you already got to know what you're going to say to her. This is where that creative side come in. We all got it. Like, man, you need to realize you are the prize. Don't let this world lie to you. You are the prize as a man. Everything starts with the man. The man leads. The man knows what he wants, and you lead off of that. And stop asking so many questions. Just lead with statements. Lead with statements that expresses who you are as a man and your experiences. And speak to the woman and connect with her in that way. But all this dinner date stuff, going to Burger King, like I said, like if a woman like you, she gonna go wherever you take her. You know what I'm saying? You can go for a walk. You could skip rocks. You could feed the ducks. You can go to a museum. A museum is a cool one because then you could really bring out a creative side with the art and speak to her in a way that no one else ever spoke to her before. But like I said, every man is a prize. The man is a prize. I'm gonna keep saying that the man is a prize because men don't hear that type of stuff enough. As a man, you are the prize. You lead with who you are, not with what you have, not with how much money you make, not what kind of car you drive, not one chain, two chain, three chain, four chain, not all the places you travel to. You lead with yourself. That's why, as a man, it's important to get right within because that's what you lead with the inside, who you are, who you actually are, not with what you do. Pocket watcher. Yeah. Yeah, woman is smart. Like that's another thing. Woman is smart. They know. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. So you can't lie to women. You gotta just be honest from the beginning, because they know what's going on out here. Even though men are the prize, women they know what's going on. Shout out to all the women. Women is beautiful out here, but like they know what really be going on. But that's why you just got to be honest from the beginning, because they already know. They already know why you coming up to talk to them. Like I said, the only three reasons that a man talks to a woman is because number one, he just wants to have sex. Number two, he just wants to have sex and a relationship. And number three, he just wants to have sex and a wife and kids and build a family. That's the only three. That's the only three reasons. Well, I just not see. I wasn't really even looking at the chat like that. I was just talking. But let me see. I saw that you posted up here. What if you don't got nothing to talk about because I'll be running out of things to say? You have to realize there's always something to talk about in your life. I'm sure that you have different memories of different things that you did. Maybe when you were a kid, maybe when you were at middle school, maybe high school or college or however whatever age you are. There's always things to talk about. See, that's the thing. You can talk about anything, like any single topic of something that you went through in your life or a thing that you like in your life. Whatever it is, you just start talking about that. And because it's coming from you, is something that you experience. There's something that you experience, and you can express that to the woman that you're talking to in a way that brings her into your world. And that alone is enough, because in that moment she's experiencing you. She's experiencing your personality and an event or an experience that happened in your life. And everything is individual to the man. The way that you're talking to her, the type of words that you're using, the type of experience that you're sharing with her about something that happened in your life and what you learned from it or what you gained from it or something fun that happened to you or something fun that you did. It's all individual to that man and it's experience that you get to share with her through your conversation, through your communication. So there's always you can talk about anything. That's the great thing. You can talk about anything, but whatever you're talking about, you want to express your personality through what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Like, because every single man is different. Like I was saying. So since every man is different, every man has certain words that he says that no other man says because it's the individuality of that man and the way that your voice sounds. The way that your voice sounds to her is going to sound different from another man. Different jokes you make is going to sound different than jokes the other man makes. That's why it's all comes down to the individual. You can express to her the type of things that you like. And in all these situations, no matter what you're talking about, you can talk about the type of water you like. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about the type of water you like. And the key thing is when you're having a conversation with a woman, you want to talk about the why. You always got to know why. So you're telling her about the type of water you like. You got to start breaking down in detail why you like this type of water over that type of water. Like that's the thing with communication. That's why communication is everything. You can have a conversation about anything, but you got to know why you're talking about that specific thing. You got to break down the reason why you like it and why you don't like it. Like I said, women love to talk. Women talk all day long, especially when they with their friends. They be talking all day long, all day long.
nonstop. Women is like the Energizer Bunny when it comes to talking. They just talk and talk and talk and talk. So as a man, if you don't know how to have a conversation, then it's over. And that's how your relationship grows, through communication. You got to be able to sit down and have a talk, sit down and communicate, and then you can go into deeper levels, talk about deeper things, spiritual things. It can go in any direction. This is why, as a man, you got to have the communication. And like I said, you got to be always be prepared. You got to always be prepared beforehand, before you even ever meet a woman. You got to be prepared and know what you're going to say. And if she says this to what you say, you got to have something else to say. And if she says this to what something else you had to say, you got to have something else to say. This is where all the creativity comes in as a man. And this is something that you got to work on. And that all starts within, in your mind. You got to be prepared. When you're prepared, you prosper. That's how it goes. If you don't prepare, you don't prosper. So proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. When it come to phone calls, you can. It's up to you. You know what I mean? It's up to you on what you want to do. But if you got other things going on that you got to get done, you can't be sitting on the phone talking to a woman for hours. You know what I'm saying? A short 10-minute phone call, a meaningful phone call, where you say what you need to say. You talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Quick 10-minute phone call. That's all you need. And another good thing you can also do is leave voice notes. Because when you leave that voice note, she could just keep replaying it over and over and over and over and over again. So that's another thing. You wanna use voice notes, text messages too, but like text message, talking on the phone, you want to use voice notes though, because then she can just keep playing and playing, and then she's hearing your voice. She's hearing your voice. She's like what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And keep going and going like that. So text messages, phone calls, voice notes. What's up, David? Man, how you doing today? It's early. I got on here early today. This is my first time using StreamYard, using this live stream. I'm gonna start doing it more. But I was off work today, so I was like, I'm just seeing people posting about these lists. So I'm like, I'm about to come on here and talk about this. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, get in that bag, man. But yeah, these lists, man. That's like with a lot of things though. Like there's all kind of stuff to be going viral, but like it'd be a setup. There'd be people behind the scenes making this stuff go viral, yo. The women making a list of places to never go, that they refuse to go on a dinner date or on a first date. This is another funny thing. A lot of on that list, they're saying that them is places that they'll never go, but at the same time, it is places that they've been to. So I'm like, this whole thing, you could just throw that whole list in the trash. A woman, if she like you, she's gonna go where you take her. Like, see, in that instance with that cheesecake stuff, she probably really ain't like that dude. She probably like, oh, I'm about to. She like, oh, I found one, girl. I'm about to get. I'm about to get. She like, oh, I found one. I'm about to get him to take me out to an expensive dinner. You feel me? Girls definitely be doing that. Like, oh, I found one, girl. He said he's about to take me here. I'm about to get the steak. But they pulled up to the Cheesecake Factory. She was like, Cheesecake Factory? Man, I ain't never really been to the Cheesecake Factory. But I like cheesecake, so I feel like, you feel me? Cheesecake Factory is probably banging. Uh, Dang, it's 5 a.m. where you at? Oh, you must be on the West Coast or something, huh? It's it's 8:49 here. Yeah, the list I was talking about is is that list that came out. It was basically a list of 30 places that women don't want to go to on a first date. A list of 30 places that women don't want to go to on a first date. Let me see. Here's some of the places. Let's say Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, sports events. He said her expectations are real high. Yeah, she want him to spend like $1,000 on her first date. That's crazy. She trying to get them free meals. Yeah, I ain't never had the Cheesecake Factory, but like I said, I like cheesecake, so I mean, I probably like the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, you in Cali? Shout out to Cali. Let me see. I mean, food is food. Like that's another thing. Like if a woman like you though, she'll go wherever you taking her to. But the whole thing is just to cause division. It has nothing to do with the list. They want men to go away from women, and they want women to go away from men. And in the same way, they want women to go after women and men to go after men. So that's the whole thing is just a whole bunch of deception and division, and for men to hate women, and for women to hate men. Right. Yeah, just go out and get food by myself. That's what you should do as a man. Go get yourself some food. You've been working hard for the past 2 weeks at work, no matter what your job is. Take yourself out. Take yourself out and get food. And just have a feast. Just in there being there smashing. Yeah, food is food. Like food is food. But definitely on a first date though, because when you don't know a person, like why are you spending money on a person you don't know, especially a large amount. And then there was the list that men supposedly created. Like I said, all this stuff is they just be making it just to cause division. The men's list was a list of women men should never take on a date, and this list says single mothers, women with tattoos, women who dress like this in public, sex workers, OnlyFans girls, mat. It say it say mattress actresses. That's talking about girls that be doing corn. It say strippers, call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle girls, and say women with an IG page. That one is real wild because like every woman has an Instagram. So the men's list is basically saying don't date women at all. That's wild. It say women with non-ear piercings, women with purple hair or any unnatural color, uh, women with friends that are hoes, models who market to men, women who travel regularly, women who drink liquor regular, women with weak absentee fathers, women who live alone, women with party voice, women on dating apps, women who have been on Fresh and Fit, women, what's it say? Women with list, women who have been engaged, divorcees, American black women, women raised in the West. That list is crazy. That list is crazy too. That list is just as crazy as the list the women created. Yeah, it's wild out here. Everything comes down to the individual. Once you meet a person and you get to talking to them, you'll know if you rocking with them or not. You'll know if you really like them or not, and then you can decide. You can make your decision at that point if there will ever be another date or not. I mean, all of that still comes back down to communication. There's no way you're going to get to know someone. You can't go on a date with someone and then just sit there and not say nothing the whole time. Either way, you gotta start talking. You gotta be able to communicate. If you can't communicate with a woman, if you get around a woman, you start stuttering. If you get around a woman, you start asking her 21 questions. What was that? What 50 Cent had a song back in the day called 21 Questions? You get around a woman, you start asking them 21 questions, or you ain't got nothing to say at all. You can't think of anything to say. It's going to go downhill anyway. So everything just comes down to the communication. Yeah, with that list though, it just comes down to preference. Yeah, they definitely be trying to cause division, especially the fact that it's listed all American black women. Like they be trying to cause division. Like you either love women or you don't. They be trying to bash women. People be coming on here bashing women. Like that's wild. Like you either love women or you don't. They be trying to target black women or white women or Asian women. Like women is women. You either love them or you don't. Like you trying to come on here bashing women, talking down on women. Like that's crazy. God created us all. Like you either love women or you don't. But that's it. That's what's this world though. This world just try to cause division in any way possible. The best thing you could do as a man is to keep improving yourself from the inside out. You gotta improve yourself from the inside out, and always lead with who you are, and always be prepared ahead of time. Everything starts with the man. Like, if something is going wrong in a relationship, and I'm not saying every single time, but like, as a man, as a leader, it all starts with you. As a man, we have to start from the beginning, being honest when we first meet a woman, and then move forward like that. But when you start off not honest, that's when everything go downhill. But like I said, either one, a man either wants sex, that's it, or sex and a relationship, or sex and a wife and children and a family. Them is the only three women. Them is the only three reasons that a man talks to a woman, and that's the honest truth. It's them three main categories. But it all comes down to that communication. You go on a date and you communicate. It rhymes. Go on a date and you communicate. Go on a date and you communicate. That's what it's about. That's how you get to know people. You talk to them. You express yourself through your words. You paint pictures with your words. You share your experiences through your words. You share what you like through your words. You share who you are through your words. But this whole dinner date thing, first date thing, you take a woman wherever you take her to. If she likes you, she's going to go. She's going to follow your lead if she likes you. You could meet a woman and talk to her right then and there. That could be your date right there. Just walking and talking. You ain't got to spend no money at all. If she like you, she like you. And you just go from there. But spending your hard-earned money on a dinner date the first time you meet someone that you don't know, that's not smart. That's foolish. Never, 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 never ask a woman what she's looking for in a guy. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't ask women that you meet. Don't ask them that. Don't ask them what they're looking for in a guy. Don't ask them what they do for a living. All the stuff does not matter. You focus on yourself as a man. You lead with yourself. You lead with who you are, not what you do. But that's it, though. I just want to come in here and talk about that a little bit. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in here. I just wanted to talk on that topic a little bit. I'm about to get off of here. Get me something to eat.